Okay, the camera should be good. Okay, so I wanted to make this video about sweet spot example. Like, I was writing a script for my YouTube, right? And not for this one, the other main channel. This is just a rough channel where I talk about the things that I like. Okay, so what is this sweet spot is that you have a scale of 10 is the positive, 0 or 1 is the negative, right? So you go highly imbalanced or the unbalanced at the 10, then at the 1 you are doing nothing. So sweet spot is around this 8 range, from 7 7.5 to 8 8.5, right? So that's the sweet spot. And the example is that I got this example of script writing on my head, and I was thinking, let's make a video. And there are like two guys. I know one guy who is George Blackman. He's very good at writing script, and he has worked with the YouTubers like Ali Abdal and I don't know other people, but YouTubers like Ali Abdal and others who has like millions of followers on YouTube. And he wrote those scripts, and he was only focusing on scripts only. And there was another guy who was just doing YouTube for, I think it's over 10 years. Then he was saying that just go off the tom off the how do I say this word, just go whatever comes in your head, because that's the thing you consumed, that's the thing you consumed while you are reading, while you are watching videos, listening to music, like listening to podcasts, right? That's the thing you consumed. Then that's going to be the output. Whatever you put in, then you get the output of that thing. So that guy was saying that. But I think the sweet spot is around 8. And I will say that this guy George Blackman is the 10 here, which means he's just focusing on the script writing only. First you need to prepare the script, and then you go word by word from the script. I don't know if he says word by word or not, but sentence by sentence he says that. And George Blackman said, George, let's take an example of George Blackman. He is 10 here, which means he only focuses on writing scripts only. But there's that another guy, let's call him Roman, right? Let's call him Roman. He it's at the 1, which means he just likes to talk about the things from his head, whatever comes in his mind at that time, like I'm doing right now. So the thing is that, mm if we take an example of Roman, then we can't go professional most of the time. I know there are exceptional people, but we are not going to take an exception, because almost all of us are not exception, right? So almost 90% people are average. So we will take an example of an average person, average content creator, or average YouTuber, or whoever is that guy. So this guy, he just likes to talk from his head, share whatever he likes. And this George Blackman, he likes to write everything sentence by sentence, speak sentence by sentence, and make the script. So I think the sweet spot is around 8 7.5 7 8 8.5, which means the bullet points, you have the main structure of the script, right? So okay, I'm going to tell my story here, I'm going to make my intro here, I'm going to end like this, I'm going to make a call to action, I'm going to tell people to subscribe in the middle, I'm going to end my video like this, and I'm going to people redirect to my another video. And that's how I'm going to structure my whole video. That's the structure. I think that structure fits in the middle 5. But the 7 and 8 is that you write the bullet points, and that bullet points increase one more point. So it means you go from structure to the bullet point, where like you have structure plus bullet points. So it means you have 5 plus 1, you have structure at the 5, then you added all the bullet points also, then you got the 6, right? Bullet points plus structure. Then you add the other things, that the context of the paragraph, like what are you going to say, like how are you going to say, then how are you going to define that paragraph, right? So that's the 7. And now we're going to the little bit advanced, not that we are going to write each and everything and we are just going to speak each and everything. No, I don't think that's the way, because that's not going to sound authentic, and that's going to sound robotic, right? And here you are not preparing anything at the 1 or 0, and that's not going to look professional. Even though if you cut, that might happen, but that's not going to look professional. So we are not doing this, and we are not doing this. We are not going to 1, we are not going to 10. So we are finding structure, bullet points, and we are structuring. Inside the structure we have, let's say we have this intro section, then we have this storytelling section, then we have these bullet points sections. So what we do is we have intro. Within the intro we make another structure, that this is how I'm going to define this. That's the intro. Then we have the storytelling section, then we will make a hero's journey, right? So let's say someone goes to the pen. So for the storytelling, I think I'll make a video also. So for the storytelling, and I'm not the best at the storytelling, but I'm trying, right? So storytelling structure is, first introduce the problem to the hero, to the hero of that journey. Then there comes the side story, or the side stories, and then finally the hero goes through the problems and side stories, completes those quests, and completes the and like wins the race, or wins the game, or levels up from level 1 to level 2. Then that's the structure for the storytelling, right? We are not writing each and everything, but we are writing the things within that thing, right? So this is what I'm going to tell, but it should not be, but it will not be like exactly this and this. I'm not going to say each and every word, each and every sentence, but I'm going to say this in my own way, so that it will structure like this, and it will sound authentic also, and I will have a structure also, and we will be professional also with it. So that's the structure. And same goes for the bullet points. Let's say we have bullet point number 1, bullet point number 2, bullet point number 3. Then we find the structure inside the bullet point and write. So we are not going to give the payoff at the beginning, but we are going to give the payoff at the end of the bullet 1. Then what we do is we make the structure. Okay, I'm going to hook the viewer with this hook, and then I'm going to loop them, giving payoff, and then I'm going to end them at the payoff 1. Then I'm going to transition from bullet point 1. Oh my god, my hand. I'm going to transition from my bullet point 1 to bullet point 2, and then I'm going to same repeat the bullet point 1 structure, but there might be different bullet point, right? So that's how I'm going to um, write the whole structure for bullet point 1, bullet point 2, bullet point 3. And then we have a structure for also for intro also. Then we have a structure for storytelling, bullet point 1, bullet point 2, bullet point 3, which means it went from, now it's at the 7.5, 8, right? So it went from only structure only, like intro, storytelling, bullet point 1, bullet point 2, bullet point 3. That was the structure only. That's fine. But we added, no, we added the structure only, which is intro, storytelling, and whatever comes in your mind, then you talk about those things. That's the 5. I messed up here. So, and that's the 5. Then intro, storytelling, bullet point 1, bullet point 2, bullet point 3. That's 6. Then we go a little bit advanced, and we added all of those things, structure within those bullet points, and structure within those main topics. Then that adds the structure for the whole script from top to bottom. And that's not like from top of your head. That's not completely whatever you want to talk about the things. That's not random things, and that's not even the whole sentence by sentence, but you have a structure in within the structures. So that's the sweet spot, and I think this should be the example for the sweet spot 1. So example, sweet spot example 1. So that's it. And I think I'll also make a video about the storytelling, whatever I have learned, because it's not that great. I'm a beginner only. Okay, so that's a bit.